Hello, this is the Tradesight US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, April 29th and Friday, April 30th. As usual, we typically don't do market previews for Fridays, and certainly not when it's Friday end of month statement printing day. And this has just been a horrifically flat week with very little to do. Smart traders sitting on the sidelines, and we'll walk through that one more time. Worse than you would have expected, even though we had core earnings season and all the stuff that goes along with that, plus the Fed announcement and everything else. That was a two-day meeting, and now you're going to have closing statements, end-of-month statements on Friday. So it has just been, there's no other way to look at it. It's been one of the flattest weeks in a long time, and also one of the least interesting for finding anything to do because market's nowhere. And you'll see that when we look at the intraday ES in a few minutes. But nevertheless, here's the current ES front-month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, rising again here after market with some new earnings that came out today, and we've got a huge amount of earnings coming out on Thursday. Let's go through the other daily charts. Crude oil, 64.26, up 40 cents. That's interesting all by itself. Keep in mind with the with 13 having to be above the 8, if we get back up near 68, that's where we're going to get the 13 sell signal on this if we don't recycle before then. So that'll be interesting to see. But we're coming into summer with the economy picking up, and production's been down. We'll see what that really means. In terms of gold, up $15.70 to $17.89. S&P cash lost $3.54 today, so down 3 points, basically no big deal. The NDX down 58.66. A lot of that slide was very late. It was looking pretty flat up until that moment. SOX down 47.11. Biotech's down 35.65. Still looking at, there's a 5,000 point breakout over 5,000 on the biotechs. It's very obvious here. Not sure if that's going to happen. The Russell up $2, 2.89 points, no big deal. The VIX down 28 cents to 17.28, so back near the lows. Now this is the one. The trend closed, it came back up late in the day and it closed at 0.84, so that puts the 10-day moving average at 0.85. Remember, anything under that on the 10-day moving average is a sell signal on the broad market. Count now, I've got it right. Counting back 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now counting back 10 days is a 1.33 number, which basically means that that number will drop off after the close on Thursday, or at the close on Thursday, out of the moving average, and whatever we get tomorrow. So if we get anything lower than 1.33 or so, that's going to push this moving average under 0.85, and that will be a sell signal on the market. Then you've got Friday statement prints, which means let's see what happens come Monday if that all plays out. If you get a big, huge reading on the trend tomorrow, that could change that, but we'll see what happens. NASDAQ volume, 4.5 billion shares. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ, only plus 485. It wasn't huge. Spent a lot of the day negative, actually. Advanced decline ratio on the New York, plus 581. Again, not huge, kind of mid-range. Google, obviously, after earnings, up 68.06. It was up more than that. It was actually up well over 100 points at one point in time. Apple down 81 cents on the day, but then reported after the bell, and it's gapping up tomorrow, and that's part of why the futures are showing a big gap up in the morning. Netflix up 97 cents. This thing, after gapping down last week, has been so flat. Look at that, every day inside the prior day practically since earnings. Amazon up 41.07. Obviously, there's a breakout coming up here. We'll see what happens on that. Tesla down $10 and $10.34, and that doesn't really put us anywhere that matters on Tesla. The Facebook up $3.53, so kind of broke out, pulled back, tested the breakout point a little bit, and now trying to curl back up. Zoom down 224, that's fine. Goldman Sachs at up $1.48, approaching the highs again. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 9 cents. Whatever. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 164. Bitcoin's at 54,725. So again, it's that trend reading that's really going to matter. And then also, let's go back, and I'm gonna go, even though it's only Wednesday going into Thursday, let's go to 10-minute candles on the ES here, because you really have to see, this shows you that far left day that was up. That was last Friday. So we got into this range late Friday for the last half of the day and stuck there Monday all day, Tuesday all day, now Wednesday all day. We tried to break out once after the Fed announcement and after the press conference started. Completely failed that. And so we have been absolutely nowhere. We're sitting exactly where we were last Friday over lunch. It's just untradeable. I mean, there's just not enough range, nothing happening. Most of the day spent just horribly stuck. NASDAQ sides not really any butter. So that's where we stand. We still have a lot of stocks reporting earnings after the bell on Thursday. That should wrap up earnings season. Statements print on Friday. In terms of any other economic data coming out on Thursday, we have that's the other thing. We hold for this. First look at gross domestic product for the first quarter. So this is the first look. This is the big one. This is also one that causes the gaps. Looking at for a 6.5% gain potentially on the GDP for the first quarter, which would be good. The unemployment claims, that's the weekly initial and continuing jobless claim numbers, also an hour before the bell. Pending home sales at 10, natty gas at 10:30. On Friday, there's a lot of data overnight in Europe, and then at 8:30 in the morning, we got personal income and spending, core PCE price index, employment cost index. 9:45 is Chicago PMI, and 10 o'clock is revised University of Michigan sentiment. Guys, that's what's left for the week. Hopefully Thursday something, especially with that GDP number, because Friday with the statements printing, hard to imagine. And then we get this trend reading, and hopefully that leads to finally a roll in the market that I don't care which way we go, but I'd like to see something tradable. So something to the downside would be good at this point in time. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday and Friday and a great weekend.